to Building a Better Britain. My name's Ummar Hanif, and in the last 24 hours we've just heard of the sad passing of the Pope. And Pope Francis has been an inspirational and inspiring leader of the Roman Catholic Church, and somebody who has not been afraid to challenge politics and world leaders where he has felt necessary. He's somebody who I think has really changed the face of the Vatican and the Church, and has left a solid foundation for whoever his successor may be. But I just want to pick up on a few things that stand out for me in this moment of reflection. And one of the first things is his leadership by example. The Pope led a very modest life, living in guest house instead of, the palace, which he rightfully could have lived in, emphasising his lifelong mission of service over power. He's also prioritised social justice and environmental action as well, where he has felt necessary, championing the rights of the poor and more recently refugees as well in that. He's spoke very much so around global warming and climate change, and how he believes that that's a moral issue as well, and that needs to be owned by everybody, not just world leaders, not just large corporations, but we all have a role to play in trying to tackle some of the challenges around climate change. And he issued such mandates as far back as 2015, 10 years ago, which says a lot about his visionary outlook on life. He wasn't afraid to push for reform as well, reform through changing the governance and expansion of inclusion. He pushed the Vatican through financial reforms, and he's also introduced protocols as well around sexual abuse, which I think has been a topic that hasn't necessarily been handled well in the past or dealt with head on, which I think says a lot about the kind of leader that Pope Francis was. Global peace initiatives, he hasn't been afraid to get involved with as well. In fact, I would go as far as saying he's led them in partnership with large governments like the US. He's helped broker the US-Cuba thaw, consistently opposing war, nuclear weapons and arms trafficking. And more recently, he's been very vocal about the bombing that we've seen happen for some time by Israel in Gaza. And he's condemning violence from all sides, from Hamas, from the Israeli government, from all involved in that, supporting ceasefires, supporting humanitarian corridors, and backing a two-state solution for lasting peace. And he's empowered bishops throughout the world to stand up and challenge where they have felt they need to do so with his support. So we are in a period of mourning, across the world, whether you are Roman Catholic or not. And I think it's fair to say that in the last day or so, we haven't just lost a Pope and a religious leader, we've actually lost a world leader and a man that was admired, respected, and somebody who inspired people, irrespective of your race, your ethnicity, your nationality. This is somebody who has been logical, he's been very sensible, and he's approached things based on the human within. And I, for one, I'm going to miss Pope Francis. Hello and welcome back to Building a Better Britain. My name's Ummar Hanif, and this week has certainly been